So today, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm using my phone today because I am an idiot and I never charged my battery for my camera. Not exactly like a planned video, but I recently cleaned out my car. While I did that, I found 5 books and my Kindle. This motivated me this morning. I was just thinking, like, I haven't made a video in a while. I kind of really want to film something. So, and I was looking at this and decided to see if maybe I could connect my Kindle to the internet. The reason I did that was because when I switched internet a while ago, we switched to like a 5G internet. And Kindles don't really connect to 5G. But when we moved, so I hadn't used my Kindle except for the occasional time that I could connect to like a public Wi-Fi. So when we moved, our internet box changed, and I guess it changed some of our internet. So we still have 5G, but we also have the option to connect to a 4G network, which is the exact same. It's just 4G. So I was like, I wonder if it's just the same password. So I got the password to my 5G internet, and it was the same thing, and I was able to connect to my Kindle. So I updated it. I returned all the library books from a year ago, and I just downloaded newer things that I haven't yet to download. And today I just want to go through my Kindle library with you. I have 9 pages there. I'm sure you can see it. 9 out of 9. Okay, so on this last page, I have the Kindle User's Guides, 3rd edition, 4th edition, and then there's dictionaries. The next page over, page 8, I have Kindle User Guides edition 5 through 11, and then I have the first actual book, which is The Couple on Cedar Close, an absolutely gripping, and then the title runs off. It's by Anna Lou Weatherly. I have never read that book. If I remember, oh, it's not downloaded yet. If I remember, I got this on Kindle forever ago when it was, here we go. It was like on sale or something, and I was like, that looks interesting. Total cover buy. Looks like we have some more Kindle user guides. And then I have, for some weird reason, 3 copies of a book called I'm a Gay Wizard. Okay, let's download one. It says Wattpad books. I really should read this. I remember I was supposed to do like a collaboration with people on this, but I never did. I think I accidentally downloaded it 3 times. I have a vague memory of doing so. But yeah, if I can find a cover online, I remember I was interested in it because it had the word gay in it, and I love anything that is on the LGBT spectrum. And then also it had this like watercolor splash, and I love stuff like that. So I will try to post it if I can find it online, but it looks like there's been some changes. My Sister's Grave, also, I bought that at the same time as that other one. Same deal, it was on sale, it was at the exact same time, and I wanted to read it, and I still haven't done it. So then I have my clippings. I have Off Limits, Men of Lake Tahoe, book 1. I don't remember that book ever getting on my Kindle. Oh my god. Jules Barnard. Picture right here. Don't remember that, but okay. I'm guessing it is a romance. I'm guessing. I'm gonna open it real quick. Yeah. I don't know how this ended up on my Kindle, but it must have. I don't remember. Okay, page 6. I have The Silence by Tim LeBon. This I bought with an intention. It was fairly affordable, but I think that's because this is not exactly a brand new book, or it's not crazy popular either, in my opinion, based on what I've seen. But this is the book that the movie A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place. So A Quiet Place was based off of this book, and I really wanted to read it. I had this idea over a year ago at this point. I wanted to compare a bunch of movies to the books that they were based off of, but it was specifically going to be movies that people did not realize, or that I did not realize were based off of books. And this was one of them. Maybe that's something I can still do. Just let me know. I have The Girl in 6E. This is by A.R. Torrey, a Deanna Madden novel, book number 1. I've read that. I love it. I have the sequels. I have yet to read them. I just got busy, okay? Like, at some point last year, everything just compacted and I was just done with it all. I have Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's right here. I got this because somebody said that there was giant spiders and it was in space. And I still want to read it because I keep hearing everyone talk about it and say that's really great. Cold Summer by Gwen Cole. I don't remember how this got on my Kindle, but I do recall buying it at some point. I don't remember anything about it, but every time I look at the cover, I'm like, that's a cute cover and I want to read it. The Dry by Jane Harper. I do want to read that. I've been wanting to read it for a while. That's why I have it. It went on sale one day and I was like, I gotta get this. The Hating Game. I've read this. It's by Sally Thorne. I thoroughly enjoy this book. It has its faults, but I really enjoyed it. This is straight up just a read that I like to read for myself. It is based on the hate to love trope, and that's something that I enjoy. So yeah, if you like it and you don't want to take a book too seriously, I recommend that one. The Laws of Founding. It's by Nicole McKeon. I used to be in a Facebook group full of like self-published authors, okay, and I became friends with some of them. We're not friends now. In fact, all of them I've been fairly distant from, but at one point we were friends and I was offered books, or I went out of my way to purchase them because they were so cheap and I wanted to support people that I kind of knew-ish. The Laws of Founding by Nicole McKeon. It's a fantasy book. I probably won't read it because I'm just learning that I'm not very into fantasy. It by Stephen King. I love that book. I don't think there's much I can really say about it at this point, though. Trespassing is by Brandy Reeds. Another kind of like thriller thing. I bought it. Haven't gotten to it yet. Hal. It says The Duelist Trilogy, book number 1. Kate was another person in that same group that I was in. And I also purchased this one. I think it was $1.99 at the time, self-published. I still really want to read this one. I think it's more like a Viking type tale than it is like fantasy, but it seems really interesting. I have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I've gotten like 6% through. I think life got in the way. The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. I don't recall when I got this book. I know people have read this book and I've seen it everywhere. I don't know if I'll ever get to that. I might fucking delete it. I don't know. I have The Bird Eater by Ania Alborn. I'm 10% through. I don't remember when I was reading that at all. I have no recollection of starting this book. I do have a memory of thinking that's a really interesting cover and I kind of want it. So I got it. Endless Night by Richard Lehman. Okay, so way back before I started BookTube, okay, I used to watch somebody, Peter Likes Books, because I watched his drama channel. If you don't know that about me, I kind of follow drama on YouTube every now and then. Nothing that involves booktubers, but like, you know, like Dramageddon and things like that. And I found out because he mentioned a booktube channel, and I was like, oh, no way, really? So I watched his channel and he actually recommended Endless Night by Richard Lehman, so I went ahead and bought it. Haven't read it, but I have it, so yeah. Okay, Blood for Blood, which is The second book is by Ryan Groudon. It's the second book for the Wolf by Wolf series, which is about someone trying to assassinate Hitler, and I think it's great. I read Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood, and I thoroughly enjoyed them both. Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. I still want to read this, but somebody I don't like recommended it to me, so I'm kind of not reading it out of spite, and I should probably just get over that. The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. I heard great things about this book, okay? And I know it was like kind of like the buzz for a little while, but I think I only have it because it was on sale and I was like, one day I'll read it. But I haven't read it yet. I have The Stand by Stephen King, and for some reason I'm 33% of the way through The Stand. That was like 3 years ago, but yeah, I'm gonna have to restart that. I don't remember anything of it. Stardust by Neil Gaiman. Very much enjoy this book. It was one of my absolute favorites. There was this booktuber I used to watch. She doesn't upload very much anymore. I will try to post her picture somewhere, but she had a book club that I was briefly joined in, and this was one of the books they were reading, and that's why I have it and why I read it. Since then, I've tried to listen to it on audio, and I just can't enjoy it as much as I can, like reading with my eyeballs. Bird Box by Josh Mallerman. Love this book, read it a couple of times, read it for my own book club, and I can't recommend it enough. There is a sequel out now by Josh Mallerman called Mallory, and I really want to read it. I haven't heard great things about it though, so maybe that is a separate video on its own. We have page 3 of 9. Cannibalism, A Perfectly Natural History by Bill Shute. This is like a nonfiction book. It's about cannibalism in nature, and I find it very fascinating. My husband thinks it's weird, and he doesn't like hearing the facts that I learned from it, but I do, because I'm weird. And it's really good, and I'm not all the way finished with it yet. I actually want to restart it and just go through it in one go. But I read a lot of it, and it was pretty good. Into the Dim by Janet B. Taylor. I don't know if I'll ever read this one. I got this like when I first got my Kindle like 5 years ago. And then Wolf by Wolf. I already talked about that one, but it's on this page. A Christmas Carol. It's the Amazon Classics edition by Charles Dickens. I try my best to read this every Christmas. It's just a classic. It's real short, simple. Just have it on here for no reason other than to read it around Christmas time. Winter, part of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. That is an old book, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would enjoy it now as a reread, but I did enjoy it at the time. And I have the other ones on here as well, I think. I have Eve the Awakening by Jenna Moreci. She is an AuthorTube channel here on YouTube. Before I started my channel, I mean, I've been watching her channel since she was like under 1,000 subscribers, okay? I remember having conversations with her before she was too big to pay attention, but I got her book and I enjoyed it at the time, but again, same situation. Don't know if I would enjoy it now. Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I tried to read it, but then I got distracted, as per usual. Still want to read it though. I liked what I did read of it. I have Hearts in Atlantis. One of my old friends really wanted me to read this with him, but I couldn't get into it. It's just not, it wasn't for me. Lying in Wait by Liz Nugent. This book was boring. I couldn't get past like 6%, okay? I gave it 3 solid tries. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. I may give it another shot if I can find a good audio version of it. I have The Devil's Thief, which is the second book to The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I really liked The Last Magician when I read it. Don't know if I would like it now because what was like 2 years after I tried to read the sequel and I just couldn't get into it. It felt very juvenile for my taste and where I'm at now. I did think it was good though. I just couldn't get into it. I have The Night Tiger by Yang Si Chu. I've heard great things about it. I found it on sale and I haven't read it yet, but I have it. I have The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. I don't know why I have it. I think I think this was also on sale at the time that I bought the other ones that I talked about at the beginning of the book, or of the video. Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. I read this. I did a whole video on it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. 10 out of 10, recommend. The Lady Upstairs by Hallie Sutton. I actually won this in like November on a Goodreads giveaway, and it is right up next. Right now I am reading You Are Not Alone by Gray Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Here's a picture. I'm almost done with it. I have Americana. It is something I still want to read. This was going to be a huge buddy read with a book club I tried to create locally, but it failed miserably, but I still have it, and it's still on my list to get to. And that's it looks like. Those ones I downloaded earlier moved to the top, but that's what I have on my Kindle. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while, but it went to the wayside because I'm lazy. And also, when I wanted to do the video, I had like 6,000 books on my Kindle or something crazy like that, and I just didn't have the time to sit there. But since then, I did take the time and clean out my Kindle a lot. This was, you know, a few years ago, and then of course the internet change caused me to not use my Kindle as much. Anyways, I want to give a little update on my life. Last video I posted was very upsetting. It bothered me a bit. I've been kind of keeping an eye out on like my analytics and stuff, and I see some of you are unsubscribing, which is fine. I mean, I don't really give a shit or anything. If you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate that. It would make my little heart happy. But I do have interviews. I have an interview today. Friday, I had an interview with a local company at their headquarters, and I really want it, but it seems like such a big girl job. And yeah, but I get to meet the owners today. It is 9:42 right now, and my interview is at 2 o'clock. I'm not going like this. I'm gonna put makeup on and like fix up my hair, different clothes, all that kind of stuff. But it's been hard because I've been really depressed. I'm doing way better now that I've had some time to process and kind of like get things going. I've been kind of down though. Also on Saturday, I decided it was time for me to quit. I just couldn't quit vaping, sorry. It was time for me to quit vaping, and I just couldn't handle it anymore, so I just decided to go for it, and I've been kind of cranky, so I'm hoping that I do okay in my interview. But I really want this job, and even though I'm kind of awkward, I'm an awkward jellyfish, I still do work hard, and I care about customers and my skills and the growth. I really do have that drive behind me, so I'm just hoping that despite me being very anxious and not in the best mind frame, that my skills are shown and that my worth is recognized. Anyways, I don't know what's going on right now. Things are crazy. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day. Bye.